Hello, everyone. It's Mark Gilliard again for AIM Country Music Television, and our guest is Jess Kellie Adams. Jess developed a love of country music at an early age, listening to music from the Grand Ole Opry with her granddad, and that's the main reason playing the Opry would be a real dream for her. She's already booked over 30 dates for her tour this summer, and believe it or not, the band is handling scheduling themselves. We'll get into that a little bit deeper in a minute or two. She's been featured on the Country Network, Heartland, CMT.com, and of course, AIM Country Music Television. She's joining us today to talk about her latest release, Thinking Out Loud. Let's get Jess in here to talk about what might just be your new favorite song. Welcome, Jess. How are you doing today?
Hey, Mark, I'm so good. Thank you so much for the interview today. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad to have you here. Can I get you to take a couple of minutes and tell us all about yourself? I'm told your granddad was a big influence. So how did you get into country music?
Yeah, well, my grandpa, he grew up in eastern Kentucky, the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. So the only source of entertainment they had growing up was the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he just, from a young age, he just kind of instilled country music being the only genre out there. And I always joke around and say, he would say, Jess, I can't let you out into the wild until I know you know what good music is. So he raised me on Dolly Parton and Loretta Lynn and Reba. The first song to make me fall in love with country music was Austin by Blake Shelton.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so it really just kind of started out as a hobby, something for us to do together to bond. And then it turned into a dream and just something the whole family has been working towards for 13, 14 years now.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, I mentioned it briefly in my intro about you, but I wanted to hear a little bit more about your tour directly from you. You're stacking up dates and adding to it as we speak, and as I understand it, it's a DIY. Can you elaborate on that for us? How are you pulling that off?
Yeah, I go to these different fair and festival conventions throughout the winter, and then now we're in Florida, booking shows. And yeah, it's me, my mom, and my fiddle player Johnny. We are constantly working, calling people, booking shows, and we are at 31 full band shows this year, and our goal is 40. So pray
Wow,
for us.
that's pretty lofty goal to pull off without agents and managers and people doing it for you.
Yeah, we are very grateful for this year.
Yeah, it's pretty nice to be coming out of it where you can actually tour and actually get in front of people again, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's just
I think.
a nightmare for a musician to be stuck trying to do it all on video and trying to keep in
Oh,
touch with people. It's really nice to be out there right in front of them again.
yeah. When I wrote my first single, "Saving Grace," which you all promoted and supported, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. It's still playing, by the way.
Yes, I really appreciate that. I wrote it right before COVID started, and I had no idea how much that song was gonna get me through. When COVID hit, I was like, oh, thank goodness for this song, because when all the shows canceled, I just kept saying, Jess, there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Exactly. It didn't seem like it out there in the middle, but yeah, yeah, yeah. Saving Grace became a sort of an anthem for the period.
It did.
We're here to talk about your video, Thinking Out Loud. Did you write this one by yourself, or is this a collaboration with other people?
I wrote Thinking Out Loud with Kelsey Kulik.
Oh, yeah.
You know
Yeah,
Kelsey?
well, I think we have a couple of her songs. Yes. She's very good.
Yes, she's a great friend of mine, and we've been writing together for 5, 6 years now. It's been
Really?
so long, yeah. And I went to her with this idea of, you know, whether it's a relationship or a dream that you have, it's what if we wrote a song about just taking that chance and not letting fear get in the way at all. And so that's where Thinking Out Loud came from.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. Well, I get, why don't we just play the video right now?
Let's do it.
All right. You're watching Jess Kellie Adams' video for Thinking Out Loud on AIM Country Music Television.
Looking at you tonight got me thinking that I just might maybe break the silence I've been hiding. Take a risk, just speak my mind, 'cause I can't rely on body language to break it to you. I'm just saying that all I really want is you. I wonder what you do if I told you that I wanna be the one that you come home to every night. I see your face when I close my eyes, 'cause I've been a mess since I met you. You're in my head 'cause I let you in, and all of my walls are breaking down. It's what I say if I was thinking out loud. Ooh, 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 if I was thinking out loud. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, I noticed your stare like you're trying to tell me you dare me. Lay it on you like a love song. Turn it up so we could get lost in the moment, in a dream. Give you all of everything, 'cause I wanna be the one that you come home to every night. I see your face when I close my eyes, 'cause I've been a mess since I met you. You're in my head 'cause I let you in, and all of my walls are breaking down. It's what I say if I was thinking out loud. Ooh, 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 if I was thinking out loud. Ooh, 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 it might be crazy, yeah, you could walk away, but that's a risk that I can take. 'Cause I wanna be the one that you come home to every night. I see your face when I close my eyes, 'cause I've been a mess since I met you. You're in my head 'cause I let you in, and all of my walls are breaking down. All of my walls are breaking down. It's what I say I was thinking out loud. Ooh, 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 I was thinking out loud. Ooh, 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 I was thinking out loud.
Well done. I love the look and feel of the video. It really fits the song to a T.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, you're welcome. Tell us about the people who helped you put it together. Your actors, musicians, videographers, dancers. Everybody who all was involved in this, because it was quite a little production.
Yeah, Ryan Nolan, he directed the music video. He also directed the Saving Grace music video. I came to him and I was like, I love the movie Hope Floats with Sandra Bullock and Harry Connick Jr.
Yeah.
And so we kind of remade like our version of that dance hall scene that they do where they're two-stepping. And then I caught up my friend Sabrina. I was like, hey, I know you're in LA, but are you ever coming to Nashville soon so we can, I'd love for you to choreograph to the song and have you in the video. She said, absolutely. Let me call my buddy up and he'll be my dance partner. And so that was really fun because I've always wondered like what it would be like to work with dancers in a music
Mm.
video. And the first time I saw the routine, like before we started shooting the rehearsal, I was so mesmerized. I was like, wow, I had tears come to my eyes. It was just so beautiful.
They did a
And
great job.
yeah. And the musicians on the stage, that's my band. That's who I go on the road with. And yeah, Johnny playing the mandolin. Yeah, he is a huge part in my business and everything that we do. And so it was just really cool to have my guys there. They're just such great guys, great musicians, and better people.
And a great showcase for them for sure.
Yeah.
Well, to wrap this up, let's tell the folks where to find you, where to buy your music, and where the tour is taking you.
Yeah, so we are going as far west out as Texas. We're going as far east as New Jersey. And then we're going as north as Ohio and as south as Georgia. You can find me on social media at Jess Kellie Adams, and my website is www.jesskellieadams.com. I've always been a little extra, so why not have the 3 names too? And Kellie is spelled Kellie. You can also find my music on Apple Music, Pandora, Spotify, anywhere you download stream under Jess Kellie Adams as well. So come on over to my social media and say hello. I'd love to meet everybody that's tuned in with us today.
Well, that would be great. I encourage that myself. Let her know you've seen her. Well, thanks for coming on, Jess. Ladies and gentlemen, Jess Kellie Adams. So what do you think? Is Thinking Out Loud going to be your new favorite song? This has been Mark Gilliatt for AIM Country Music Television. Thanks for watching.
Looking at you tonight got me thinking that I just might maybe break the silence I've been hiding. Take a risk, just speak my